Welcome to Code Effectively. The topic for today is I will be discussing what is encapsulation in Java with an example. So watch this video till the end. It is the most important part in Java because Java is known for OOPS principle, and in this object-oriented programming language, this encapsulation is one of its feature. So you must know what is encapsulation. So let me define first encapsulation. Encapsulation is a mechanism that binds and keeps the data safe from outside interference and misuse. What it did, it binds the data, and keeps it safe from outside interference and misuse. You can say it's like an antivirus program, or you can say it is just like a guard that is just saving or protecting your entire data of this program from any other third party or any other person who wants to hijack your computer or who wants to take a control over your program or do some changes so that you may fail. So this is what encapsulation is doing. So it is saving, hey, don't. It is just like a savior or a bodyguard that's saying, no, you can't enter my program without the permission, and if you are doing some changes, then I will inform it to the owner. This is what encapsulation is doing. Okay, so let me give you a very clear-cut example of this encapsulation. For encapsulation, if you want to encapsulate your program or protect your program, so what Java says, you should keep all your variables. You should keep all your variables private. All the variables, the access specifier of your variable should be private, and all your methods, the methods should be public. Okay, methods should be public. So what we will do, we will make our access specifiers private and our methods public. If you don't know what is public and private access specifier, then please go and watch the video about the access specifier, and the link of the access specifier video is given in the description box of this video. So what I will do, I will make my variables private and methods public. So what will happen, let's say there is a function, let's say int a is my private variable in my class method. In my class, let's say class n. Okay, so and I made a method, let's say void show. So a void show is a public method. So void show is a public method. Okay, and here let's say I did my int a was initially 10, and here I initialize this a to be 20, and here I will display SOPLN value changed. So whenever I have to access, see, private methods private variables or anything with the private access specifier could only be accessed by its class only, can only be accessed by the class itself only, and since you know this variable is a global variable, we cannot access it directly. We have to make an object for calling this variable. You cannot call it directly because it is a private, so you cannot call this variable directly. So in the void function, you have to first make a let me write it down here in void main. Now you have to first make a object of it. Let's say obj, we created an object of the class, and this obj.show will call the value, or you can say it will go and change the value of a. It will make it 20, and then as soon as the value is being 20 made, the cursor will come and hit value change. So whenever the value will be changed, you will open your program, you will see, hey, the value was initially 10, now it is 20, and it will say the value is changed. So now you came to know, oh, my program value has been changed. That means someone was trying to change my variables, or someone was trying to change my data, or they were trying to steal my data. So here you got an idea. So what was the main funda behind this encapsulation was that whenever you make your variables private, so your variables value can only be changed by the methods, and whenever you will go and call your methods, so you can put a statement beneath it that the value, when the method will be executing, if you put a println statement, so it will say, hey, the value has been changed, and the user, the third person or the another owner, when they will come and execute the program, they will come to know, okay, the output statement say value change. That means that someone was trying to play with our data. And let me give you a clear-cut example with the BlueJ IDE only, so that would be more beneficial to you. This is my BlueJ IDE. Here is my program, and this is my variable, this is my private. I made my variable private here. You can see this is my private variable, and this is void show, or rather I can say void change. This is my function, let's say void change. Why? Because it is changing the value. So here what I will do, I will call this void change, or you can say I will call this function void change. Okay, so you can see my void change function is public, or whenever we don't give it comes out to be public, let me write it public. So here it is public. In the void public static void main, I will first normally just display my value of a. Normally my value initially is 20. Okay, initially the value is 20, so we will get 20. After this I make the object of the class sp, and after this I call the method dot change because I want to change the value of a. And after this, when whatever will be the value, first it is 20, now I made my value a to be 10. As soon as a value is changed, it is 10. The another line we got is value change. It will be displaying value change, and it will be just displaying the message value change. After this, the function will come out of its loop, and it will come out of this loop, and next we have is another function, the new value of a. So let's see what will be our output. I have already displayed. Let's see, first what we got was the SOPLN. So our original value was what? It was 20. So 20 is being displayed out here. After this we call the method, and in this method what we did, we changed the value from a. We changed the value a. What was the initial value? From 20. Now we 20. After 20 we change it to what? It 10. Okay, and then this message was displayed changed value. After this we came out of this loop, and then from this function, and from this function we got SOPLN a. So now what is the value of a? It has been a equals to 10, as you can see here. So the 10 has been displayed. Okay, so here you can see 10 was displayed. The new value of a was displayed here. So it was 10 out here. Okay, so let's say, for example, if you say, ma'am, I want to change the value of a directly. So when you want to change the value of a, what you will do, it is simple private int a20. Okay, and we know that this a is not a static variable. So when you will just display it, go for it, and it will say, yeah, it's an error. What's an error? Because it cannot reference to a non-static variable. Since void main is a static, this is static, and this our a is non-static, so we cannot go for it. So we got an error. But in the same way, if I go around here like this, and if I remove, let me make this as comment, this will run very simply, because let's see, is it running? Yes, it is running. Okay, so this is, here is the output that I will put out, ob.j, ob.a. Okay, so this is now perfect. Now let me run this again, and we have to display it here also, obj.a. Okay, because I cannot directly access them, I have to put this out here. Okay, so this is the thing you should follow. That's why we are using encapsulation. Encapsulation doesn't let us to do directly anything. We have to make an object, and then we can change them. So this is the most important funda you should know. Okay, so now let's run this, and let's see what will happen. You can see the value has been changed. Okay, the value has been changed. It was 20, and now the value is now changed value. It is 10 and 10. Okay, so why it is 10 and 10? Let me explain you again. Because it is 10 and 10 because we're displaying a value that is related to obj, and if I remove this obj, and if I want to directly access the value of a, it will give me an error. So you can see directly we cannot touch the variable a value 20. If you want, then you have to go and you have to create a method, and then only you can touch the value. So you can see, if I make it like this, if I make it a simple or a statement, and if I want to change the value of a, you can see it gave me changed value. It is now 10. So you can see you cannot directly go for the method. You directly cannot go to the variable. You have to go for the method, and then only you can change the value. So this is encapsulation. Encapsulation, in this you cannot touch the variable directly because you have made it private. And if you want to touch the variable, you have to go through the method, and when you call the method, in that you can put a value, a name, a message that the value has been changed, and whenever the user will come, he or she will know, okay, someone was trying to convert or manipulate my data. So that's it. If you like this video, you can share the video with your friends, and you can just copy this method for your board exams, and you can write down here as an example. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching the video.